Hello everyone, and welcome to the new series of self-help ways to lift yourself from this struggle that you may be going through in this earth life into understanding that you have within you innate wisdom. You have all around you innate wisdom. You have your angels, your guides, source. And so often we get so stuck in the struggles that we perceive to be struggles in everyday life that we forget that we are not calling on and utilizing all of the gifts, all of the love, all of the knowledge, all of the wisdom, all of the intuition that is within, through, and around us every minute of every day. So today's particular show is going to be helping you to connect with your third eye, your innate, your inner wisdom, and your outer wisdom in a way that may be clearer for you, so that you've got guidance that you're looking for, that you would love to have, to help you through your everyday life. I do have an old video on using EFT to unblock and clear your third eye. And that has some useful tapping techniques on it that you may want to take a look at. But today we're going to look at why are you not as intuitive as you'd like to be. Now remember, I've been doing this work for 48 years. Although I'm not in private practice anymore, it's always with me, always part of my everyday life. I can't go through a day without talking to spirit and receiving and finding that I get help so many times out of the blue, seemingly. But you know, that's what's there for you also. So the more you trust it, the more you tap into it, the more you're ready to receive it, the easier it's going to be for you to navigate whatever choices you've made in this life, whatever karma you've created in this life that is going to come your way to help you along your spiritual path, because everything is here for us to shift to the next level. And so often we don't always perceive it that way. So let's look at this. You were born intuitive. Everybody is. Little babies, wide open, have intuitive gifts, often talk to angels all around them. You grow up, you may have some imaginary, quote, friends who you really can see, or you really can feel, and you really do talk to. But you're told you're making it up, just stop that silly behavior. And then later you realize, I do have intuitive flashes. I do sometimes know who's going to call me on the phone before I pick it up. I do walk into a room and know when I feel good about a person or I don't feel good about a person. So you are intuitive, but you'd like to use it a whole lot more than you are. I know that. Who wouldn't? But there's many things, fears usually, that may keep us from opening up. You may have a fear of, what if I bring in something negative? What if I know something I don't want to know? How can I tell somebody something if it's not uplifting and positive? What if I'm wrong? And we're going to be looking at too and talking to that aspect of you that is connected with your parallel lives. Parallel meaning past, present, future, or simultaneous. So in a past life, you may have been put to death. You may have been burned at the stake. Who knows what happened to you? Using your gifts that may be with you on a cellular level in this lifetime, affecting you subconsciously and unconsciously. We're going to shift that today. And we're also going to be working with any other emotions, thoughts, feelings that come up that may be blocking you from having a clearer connection with Source. Now understand, Source, God, all that is It doesn't matter what label you're going to put on it as long as it's close to your heart. Because this work is about connecting with your heart, connecting with source, and working with energy. So the work we do today, it's more along the lines of theta, but it takes it into many other realms than the original theta. I probably won't be using EFT today, but it doesn't matter. This is a new technique for you. And one that served me well over the years, really, really well. And I'm hoping it'll do that for you today. So let's look at you, the physical, the energy body around you, the mental. It's vibrating at a higher frequency than the physical, so it's not visible to your outer eyes. Your emotional body, another energy body. Your etheric body, another energy body. Your astral, another energy body. Your spiritual body, closest to source, along with your etheric. You've got so many bodies. You're not just this physical body, you know that. This dense physical body is what creates the challenges, but our mental thoughts create emotions that also create challenges. So you're going to be learning in this series how to work with the energy of all your bodies, each one separately, individually, and just there's no subject that you can't work on for yourself. So today, let's take a look at the thought pattern that you may have that's keeping you from being more psychic. Now, one of the very important things that I need you to learn, so you may have to go to someone else's YouTube for that, is muscle testing, divine muscle testing. It really helps you get a yes and get a no, or just a yes. And when my finger doesn't move for me, it moves for yes. It stays still for no. So you really don't need much of an indicator, but you need to have some kind of indicator, or it helps for you to be able to do this work on a deeper level. But just in case you don't know how to do that, we're going to jump right into this now without using that unless you know how to do it. So let's look at the first energy, which may be fear. What if I see something I don't want to see? Now, intuitively, often you get a flash and your mind says, don't listen to that. That doesn't make sense, or that's leading you in the wrong direction. Now, that is an energy of fear that's coming up, that's blocking you from listening and trusting your intuition. But as I mentioned, we've got all these bodies around us, which are all energy. That's just basic quantum physics. And we've got the thoughts created, the emotions created by the thoughts, and we're going with the fear today. So choose your own thought. You're going to be talking to it. It has an energy, it has a frequency. So we're going to be saying thoughts of fear. What if I see something I don't want to see? Can you hear me? And it's going to say yes or no. Now, it will 99% of the time say yes, because it can hear you. It's an energy. So you're talking to that energy of fear. Okay, fear, can you hear me? Say it out loud. And just imagine it saying yes. And you're going to say, fear, I love you. But you're not being useful to me in any way. You're not serving me. Fear, I need you, and I give you permission to begin transitioning into your own healing, up into source. And that energy is going to begin setting you free and moving up towards its own healing. Now, that is what we're going to be doing, but there's one important factor here. I need you to get into a good feeling place for this first. So whether it's the energy you get in meditation when you connect with Source, or you feel you've made that connection with the all that is, or your angels or your guides, the feeling you get when you look or play with a little puppy or a little kitten, when you're looking at a sunset, a sunrise, a beautiful flower, into the eyes of your loved one, whatever it is, find that good feeling. Okay, have you got it? Now, once again, let's call in that energy of fear. What if I see something I don't want to see? Can you hear me? Imagine it says yes. And again, give it permission. You are not helping me in any way. I know you think you're protecting me, which it feels it is, but you're not serving me. So please now transition into your own healing and just imagine it just going upwards, going upwards, going upwards, letting it go of that fear. So the fear of seeing something you don't want to see is maybe very real for you. But the interesting thing is, that hasn't happened to me since I was 13 and very much a troubled teenager. And then I would dream and see and know all these horrible things, like people jumping under my train in England to commit suicide. And I turned it off. But as an adult, you can say, I only want to see what is for my highest good or the highest good of others. So you add that before you even do this. Now, you may want to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. That connects you to Source in a deeper way. However, when you're saying the words, it's pretty hard to say those words with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So only do it when you can, when you're thinking more than speaking. So now imagine you're going to be safe bringing through this higher knowledge because you've asked to only know what's uplifting and useful. All right. Now, let's just check with your subconscious. Subconscious, are you in agreement with me opening up my psychic faculties? And imagine it says yes. Of course, it may say no because it doesn't feel you're protected enough. But we can't go into that today because this is a short video, but there'll be so many videos that help you go deeper and understand more. And so if your subconscious, let's say it says no, you say, okay, subconscious, thank you for responding. I know you're trying to protect me. I know you are an old program because your subconscious doesn't think, but it gets programmed by every experience you've had throughout all these lifetimes and your parallels. Subconscious, please surrender this program of fear of knowing the future to the all that is for healing. And imagine it's just lifting up and going. Now, I am now, say these words, feeling the good feelings. I am now connecting with a higher template. And if you smile, you know, it really makes you feel better. I am now connecting with the highest template that's perfect for me and bringing it into my subconscious to activate my inner knowing. And just feel it being brought down into you, into your subconscious. Subconscious, accept this now. Thank you, subconscious. Deep breath. Connect with superconscious. Superconscious, are you in alignment with me opening up my psychic abilities, my intuition? And we'll imagine that the superconscious is saying yes. If it isn't, it's also protecting you for your highest good, and we would need to work with that. Now, let's ask your parallels, which would be probably a past life, more than a future life for you at this time. Parallels, are you in agreement with me opening up my intuition? Are you supportive? And almost invariably, you're going to get a no on this one. But remember, it's not you in this lifetime. It's coming from a past lifetime. Then we need to say, all that is, Source, please release me energetically from my parallels that have a negative experience with intuition and knowingness. I release myself now. I release myself now. I release myself now, and I set myself free. So now you're allowing those parallels to take back their own energy to heal themselves. And I bring down a beautiful shield of light to protect me from the energy that is keeping me throughout all lifetimes or dimensions from becoming more intuitive. Thank you, universe, and so it is. Thank you, universe, and so it is. Thank you, universe. Now, I need you to do, that's all I have time for today. I'm so sorry, but I need you to do this quite a few days and begin to get comfortable with speaking to the different aspects of fear that you may have around why you're not opening up to become more intuitive, to use it in a higher, finer way. So come back, look at more of these shows, probably called Energy Transformation. My name is Aileen Nobles, and it's a pleasure to be back with you once again. So have a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you.